So go ahead and introduce yourself for the camera.
I'm Mandy Ward.
Okay. Before today, have we ever met?
No.
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 And we're here because Mandy has a fear of snakes.
Snakes. Yes.
So
terrible.
why don't you tell the camera just a little bit about what it is that happened, and then I'll ask you some specific questions about your level of fear.
Okay. So I've always kind of been scared of snakes, but not enough to stop me from doing what I like. And this time, about a month ago, I was hiking down a trail, and I'd left some of my friends up top, and so I was on my own, and I hiked right into a rattlesnake den. And so there were multiple snakes, that rattlesnakes scattered around. I jumped like right into a river, went into complete panic, was shaking, crying, couldn't move, had to wait till other people came down the trail to help me get out because I was just paralyzed practically. And then since then I've had a really hard time. I kind of like see snakes everywhere. Like if it's a wiggle in the road, I kind of think I instantly think it's a snake. I haven't been able to go bike ride. I am in the mountains every day. I bike ride or I road bike or I hike every day no matter what. I'm in my yard all the time and I haven't been able to go out. So that's been really hard on me.
You talked about a vibration.
Oh yes, this is bad. The rattlesnakes, when they shake, I was so close to one, and it was such a big vibration that I remember it. When I get into our car, it has a Hemi engine in it, one of our cars. When I turn it on and I feel that vibration through the ground, I just start to panic. It just makes me feel that sensation all over again. And so it's been really very frustrating. I'm not able to get over it by myself at all, and it's just super affecting my life.
So if you were to scale the fear, 100 being absolute terror and 0 being, walk in the park, where are you between 0
It's about 100. I mean, I have absolute, I won't go out in my backyard unless my dog's with me and I just have to scan everywhere, It's really, really frustrating.
So now if we were to ask you right now, if I had a snake right here, and a safe one, because clearly I wouldn't expose you to danger.
Sure.
But if I had just even a little corn snake or something,
I'd have to leave. I wouldn't be able to do it. I wouldn't be able to look at it. I wouldn't be able to be in the room. I would not. I just would have to go.
Mm-hmm.
And if I did see a glimpse of it, I would probably think of it all day, all night.
All day, all night.
I mean, everywhere I'd look, there'd probably be one. I mean, that's how bad it's gone.
Okay. So now it's about, let's just document the time here. I don't know if you can see my watch, but it's let's see, what, 1:38?
Yeah, that looks good. 1:38.
1:38, and today is the 7th of June. So we're going to pause the camera now. Is there anything else you'd like to say about the fear? And here, let's talk about the reason why we're doing this. The reason we're doing this is because I know that there's other people out there that are held back by fears, and you were generous enough to let us document your progress so that other people can know that there's possibility for emotional freedom.
Definitely.
But anything else you'd like to say?
I don't know. I understand if you have a fear, and before I really didn't understand panic and fears, and now I definitely understand. So I feel bad for people that have it, and try and get help if you can.
Okay. Well, so this is day one. We'll see what else we can find. If something interesting pops up by the end, but we're not going to document the actual session because we want to maintain her privacy. But maybe we'll even have her talk for a quick second after we finish our session today, and just talk about how she feels. We know that even on an imagination basis, if we talk about bringing a snake in, she tenses up, and she gets a little tight, and she feels that just the fear response. So we can test on the imagination level today. We probably won't have time to bring her to like a pet store and have her handle a snake, and we wouldn't do that until she was ready to do it anyway.
Cool.
So is that good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good plan. I like it.
Until next time.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. So here we are. This is about an hour later, almost exactly an hour, not quite an hour later, 55 minutes, and we've just done a bunch of stuff around the memory of going into that snake den, and then a little bit of other stuff. We'll just leave it at that for your privacy, right?
Sure.
But let's talk about the snake memory before you were scaling even that memory at 100.
Oh, yeah.
Now as you think about it, just an honest assessment, no BS, just whatever you're feeling, thinking, think about the memory now and tell me how intense does that memory feel?
It just doesn't feel intense at all. At all. You were saying like a 1 to 100. I'm like, it's probably a 10. It's really not. It's there. There's like a rational fear, but it's not this intense thing that's making me crazy.
It's not making you crazy.
Mm-mm.
Now, I haven't asked you this question yet, and I have no
Sure.
idea how you're going to respond. And I just
Okay.
all I want is an honest response, because that's what helps us,
Okay.
right? And I think that'll help people watching too, to know
Right.
how people respond. So whatever is, right?
Okay.
You don't have to make up something if it's not there, but you don't have to avoid it if it is. Okay.
Right. That makes sense.
If you just imagined that we were, not around a rattlesnake, because I'd be a little afraid around a rattlesnake.
Sure.
That's a rational fear, right?
Yes.
But if you're holding like a little corn snake or something like that, it's in your hand. Before you said, no way, no how,
Yeah.
I'd have to run. But like if you had it in your hand, and obviously you're not there, but just thinking about it, and just close your eyes and kind of think about it for a minute. Just tell me,
I just don't think it would be that bad. Sorry, go ahead.
0 to 100, where would you rate it?
I mean, I don't like snakes as a baseline, so I'd probably say a 20.
A 20.
I wouldn't love it, but it
Yeah.
would not be making me have sweaty palms and run away or scared or anything.
Or you're scared or anything.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't tested this in the real world. So
Right.
there's a couple levels of testing I always talk about. First off, we always test a fear
Okay.
in the imagination before
Okay.
we go try to expose you
In real life.
in real life. And some fears aren't appropriate to expose you to ever, right?
Sure.
But if you can respond easier in the imagination, then it's like, hey, it's worthwhile to go try it out. Now, I think you're going to be mountain biking
Right.
later today.
I'm supposed to. I brought my bike because I was hopeful.
And you hadn't been mountain biking in a while, had you?
Long time.
Long time, because you've been avoiding it.
Yes, I've been
Yeah.
avoiding. Oh, there's no way.
So that'll be a
now-
good. Now I don't know what the response will be, but that'll be a good one. Next time I see you, I'm going to
Yeah.
ask you about your mountain biking,
Yeah.
and you can
See
give us an
what-
update.
Yeah.
Now you're okay with this, as long as I'm going to show you the video first,
Yeah.
and as long as you're okay
That's
with the
great.
video, you're okay if I post it up on the blog and
Absolutely,
everything.
yeah, absolutely.
okay.
No, I would love people to know to come in and try it, and I already feel better. So
Yeah, that's cool.
Feel a ton better. So
Well,
Great.
I'm really glad you came in.
yeah, thank you.
Wind that up.
Thank you.